feels like kind of like Texas a little bit, but with like different accents and like way less guns. It started with me just like needing attention, and the best way for me to do that is to be on a stage, and I've been needing that attention since I was this big. And so to have this kind of like, to be at this level now, and I still feel small and like a smaller artist, I feel like that first show I was like, okay, it's taking a turn and we can feel it like changing. Y'all are very complicated over here. Y'all are depriving my men of nicotine. They are fiending. They are dying.
Welcome back to Ladies Love Country.
We're your hosts, two wannabe Aussie cowgirls with big playlists and even bigger energy.
This is your backstage pass to country music, Aussie festivals, and all the chaos that comes with it. Boots on, mic's hot, let's get into it.
Okay, so Kaitlin, what have you got there? What's your most favourite souvenir you've got from Australia so far?
I got this souvenir from the Australia Zoo. The best thing that you could buy is a Robert Irwin magnet of him in underwear in a
Cradling a goanna.
Yeah. I wish I was her.
Next time you come to a show, we'll make that happen.
We'll have to put in a special request with Bob.
I don't think he goes by Bob.
That's what he was called when he was younger.
Really?
Bob?
Yeah, Robert. That's his nickname. Yeah, that's his nickname, isn't it? Robert. Yeah.
You're obviously on a better terms than I am.
I was an OG Robert Irwin supporter.
Yeah.
Like back in the day.
When he had the like weird.
Yeah, when he was like a little baby, he was like on all like the Steve Irwin stuff.
I was watching him on like the late night shows. Like they had him playing above like a bunch of different trophies and like memorabilia, and he was just as like charismatic as he is now.
Yeah.
Like as a kid.
As a child, yeah.
It was insane.
And he had the cutest little bowl cut.
Yeah. We're so excited to have Kaitlin Butts down under and on Ladies Love Country. She's currently touring Australia and New Zealand with Lainey Wilson, bringing her bold and theatrical stage performances everywhere she goes. You may know her from her viral TikTok hit, You Ain't Gotta Die to Be Dead to Me, which now has over 157 million streams on TikTok. But there is so much more to her and her story, and we're so excited to dive into it. Welcome to Ladies Love Country.
Hi.
Welcome, Kaitlin.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, we were just chatting before we started recording, but you're in Australia. Tell us, how's it been so far?
It's been wonderful. I've had lots of wildlife experiences. Everyone's been super kind, and it feels like kind of like Texas a little bit, but with like different accents and like way less guns.
There is less guns here.
Yeah. Lots of people do say that it's very similar to Texas.
It really is.
There's like a lot of similarities.
The atmosphere is pretty similar. Everyone, and the spirit, everyone's just very lively and loving country music.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
Now you're from Oklahoma, Tulsa.
Yeah.
Does that have some sort of similarities or no?
No, Texas is way more like cowboy. Yeah. Oklahoma's like kind of a melting pot of a bunch of different things.
I feel like there's been so many musicians that have come out of particularly country music, Oklahoma.
Oh, yeah.
And everyone seems to write about Tulsa.
Yeah.
What's so special about Tulsa?
I mean, there's a really good music scene out there.
Yeah.
I was kind of too young to be a part of, like, coming up, I kind of wasn't a part of that scene. I was part of, like, the Oklahoma City scene more. But there's just something about Tulsa. I love the scenery there. The people are really great, and I haven't been there in a long time, but something about it.
So you're based out of Nashville at the moment?
Yeah.
Awesome. How's that been?
It's been wonderful.
Yeah.
I love it over there. Lots of people that are just really wanting to, we all have the same goal, but it's just got that same spirit of like creativity, and everybody's just kind of like buzzy out there about music.
It's very buzzy.
Yeah.
And because I was going to say, is it Kane's Ballroom? That's also in Tulsa. Is that in Tulsa?
Yeah.
Because that, I feel like, is on our bucket list. We hear so many like amazing artists, and everyone kind of raves about it. What makes that venue so special?
It's like one of the most historic ones in Oklahoma. I interned there whenever I was 15. My dad built the owner's house, so I grew up. That was my first concert, was going to Kane's Ballroom and seeing the Wreckers there. And so it's just such a historic spot. There's so many people. If you are from Oklahoma, your like dream venue is Kane's Ballroom. But it's just like that got so much history behind it, and it's just feels magical when you're in there. The old wood floors and the disco ball. I've seen so many people there. Like I saw Chris Stapleton there. And just so many artists, and I don't know, lots of good memories.
I love the wooden floors because I feel like you can hear people like stomping their feet.
Yeah.
We're big stompers.
Yeah.
When we watch, we're big dancers just in general, but
Yeah.
big stompers as well.
Yeah.
So we like when they have the timber floors because then you can actually hear people.
I feel like that's a core memory of just, I remember going to see Turnpike Troubadours and Jason Boland on New Year's Eve there.
Cool.
Like it happened pretty consistently, like every year. When I was in college and high school and stuff, and the sound of like the boots stomping on the floor whenever they're playing Long Hot Summer Day is like such a core memory.
I love that.
It's so much fun. Are you into line dancing, Kaitlin?
I love to line dance.
We love line dancing too.
I don't know very many, but I just like to follow along and drunkenly just like skate across the floor.
I feel like that's the most fun part. We were over in Nashville in November for the
Yeah.
CMA Awards,
Oh,
and
fun.
we went to all the bars on Broadway, and it was so much fun. We
Good.
went to Category 10, and we were just like line dancing, and some of the talent in Nashville
Yeah.
for line dancing is insane.
Oh yeah,
Like
my social media girl is heavy into the line dancing community, and like it's very serious there.
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. So do you come from a musical family?
No, I don't.
Okay.
No, not even a little bit.
Okay.
I'm like the only person in my family that is like plays an instrument or like can sing. My cousin sings and can play guitar, but that's kind of, she's like my little sister, so it was like we were both, but no one else in the family is musical at all.
What started? Was there like a moment that you were like, okay, I can sing?
It started with me just like needing attention, and the best way for me to do that is to be on a stage, and I've been needing that attention since I was this big. I was like doing gymnastics my mom put me in a class, and the teacher was like, she is not good at gymnastics, but she does like to sing and dance in the mirror. She's been doing this the whole time, and she really likes herself in the mirror, and you should put her in musical theater. So that's where it kind of started.
No way.
Yeah.
So you started musical theater at what age?
5.
Okay.
Yeah, voice lessons, ballet, tap, jazz, yeah, all that stuff.
Okay, sorry, but tap, do you
Yeah.
find that has a correlation with line dancing? I find
Oh.
that is like massive. I love tap.
I haven't put those two together. It's helped being able to like tap dance helped me with like guitar and things like that.
Okay.
But I don't know. I haven't.
Interesting. Yeah,
Just
'cause
like coordination, I can see
loved
that, though.
tap
Yeah.
like growing up, and I can see how
I love tap.
I can't play an instrument to save my life,
Yeah.
but I can see how like the beats and stuff would correlate to
Yeah.
music. That's so cool.
Yeah, I feel like that would help with like the coordination and stuff in line dancing.
That's what I find.
Just dancing
yeah,
in general.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
So we saw you, was it yesterday? No, day before.
On Saturday.
Where did the
We're
time
also
go?
not good at knowing where we are.
We were up in Howling Country in Newcastle.
Yeah.
And yeah, how was your experience at the festival?
That, I mean, when I say like it really felt like Texas, that was like the first time that it really felt like, okay. But also we kind of take country music for granted. Whenever I got there at 2 p.m., you kind of know that it's not gonna be a full crowd, like for someone like Cassius who was playing right at 2, and I walked out there and it was packed. I mean, it was like completely full. People are just sitting in the sun and just enjoying themselves, and that's like the kind of environment you want to perform in front of. And it felt just super buzzy and really happy, and it just felt good to play in front of that crowd. Y'all are just so hungry for country music, and you can feel that, and it makes you just like want to show up and be so yeehaw about it.
We love that. That's so funny. Yeah, I don't know, because it's obviously your first time to Australia,
Yeah.
but we don't get that many touring artists. And so when you guys do come, I feel
Y'all
like
show up.
we try and make the effort.
Yeah.
And it's like super exciting. Is that the first festival that you've done in like Australia and New Zealand?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's just been
the
the
rest have
shows.
just been the shows with Lainey.
Yeah.
How has it been touring with Lainey?
Dude, she's an incredible like human being, artist, and just a good like example of like the hard work that it takes. And I don't know, it's been so cool. Her crowds are awesome.
Yeah.
Everyone's super receptive to like even having like a girl opener. They're pretty open to doing like receiving me, I guess. And yeah, just touring with her is so much fun, and it just like you feel larger than life on that stage. Every night I'm just like trying to process how many people are in that room, because I come from playing like small clubs and like some bigger rooms in the States. But it's nothing like playing with her in those arenas. It's so cool.
It's crazy. Is it so dark that you can't really see how many people there are? Or?
When the spotlight's on you, you can't really see, but sometimes they'll do like a crowd like light flush, and you're like just seeing all the little heads around you. It's so cool.
Oh, what's been your most favorite performance to date?
To date?
To date, yeah.
Oh my God. I don't even know. It's crazy. I mean, I think the first show with her, that's been a pretty, like, it just feels kind of like we're finally like doing this moment. And like we've been doing at this for a really, really long time, me and my band, and just kind of roughing it. And so to have this kind of like, to be at this level now, and I still feel small and like a smaller artist. I feel like that first show was like, okay, it's taking a turn and we can feel it like changing.
I feel like you're not a small artist anymore.
I mean, when you look at her, you know, it's huge. And then you go into like, we went to Ed Sheeran last night. It's like, oh my God, I feel so small now. Like, in comparison to that, like, I'm most definitely a baby artist in comparison to her.
How was Ed Sheeran?
Oh my God, I had so much fun. Like, it was just him and his guitar, which is super impressive. Yeah. I was wondering how that was gonna, like, how he's gonna do that
and captivate like such a big audience with just
whole show.
Whole show.
What?
Whole show, just him, a loop pedal. I think at one point there might have been, I had gotten kind of tipsy at some point. There was a moment where I think that they had like a string section, or like a fiddle, I think at some point, because I think they did like Galway Girl or something like that. But yeah, for the most part it was just him, and it was a really cool show. I didn't know what to expect, but we got free tickets. So.
Oh, I didn't actually know he was doing a tour.
No.
And then the way I found out was because he did like a pop-up at this like tiny RSL, like a veterans club. Yeah. You know what an RSL is?
No.
What is it called?
Like
it's like a veterans club, like people who have like served,
okay.
and like it's kind of like a community initiative. I'm probably describing this wrong, but and he just did like this tiny pop up, and there was like a small like Irish band that was like playing in this like tiny venue.
That's so cool.
And like Ed Sheeran gets up,
pops
That's
up.
a good way to announce it,
right? Right.
Yeah.
I feel like a lot of artists have been doing that. They've been doing like random pop ups, and they've just been going super viral.
It's really fun to surprise people. I don't get to like. I'm not Ed Sheeran, but it is fun to do things like that and to just like be so casual about it, because that's the most fun part. And we don't, I'm sure someone like Ed Sheeran like doesn't really get to have that like face-to-face contact with people, and for good reason probably. But that you miss that too, like being close to people and
blurring the lines, I feel like, as well. Like, I think it would be hard as an artist to be on stage and like the fans are there and to kind of create. I think that's where like you and Lainey do a very good job with females and like young girls.
Just
I
reaching.
do. Exactly. It is very much blurring the line between I'm on stage, you're down there as a crowd. It's like bringing them and like creating that kind of connection, which I think is so important for like artists.
It's fun to do stuff like it's fun to like reach, or like even just like talk to people or hear their stories, or just like pop into a bar that or like, I don't know, surprise somebody that it's their birthday, or just you just get those like one-on-one interactions. It feels really special.
Yeah. I would also say your TikToks do such a good job of that. We love your TikToks.
It's me in the back of my van.
Obsessed. Even like your fit checks, everything.
Thanks.
Especially with the boys.
Oh my gosh, the boys. They're warming up to it a little bit. Like each one, they're like, they have like, okay, I'm gonna do this time. I'm gonna do like a spin and do like they like kind of talk about it before they do a little hit. Yes.
No, I feel like it works way better when they're a little bit more awkward.
Yeah. I love them.
Yeah, and you had some crazy viral moments on TikTok.
Yeah.
Like the you ain't gotta die to be dead. Like that one was it was everywhere.
Yeah.
Was that like a crazy moment for you? Like, did
you
expect it to go that viral?
Absolutely not. And especially it was like a year after the song had come out, and so it was just kind of popping off because Avery Anna was making TikToks about it. And just kind of creating her own trend with it, and I was like, I've got to feed into this, and then Ella did hers, and just exploded. It just was hard to process.
And because it's on Landman as well, which is amazing.
That was really, really cool.
How did that sort of happened? How did that process?
We know the music people for that, and they just try to help place me.
Yeah.
And we're good friends with Taylor Sheridan. He just had me at his ranch for Bosque Ranch, like a festival that he just put on. And it was really, really
Where's
cool.
that?
Weatherford, Texas.
Okay.
Yeah. And
Cool.
I think that they want to put country music in that show, and I think they like me. So
Yeah.
but I didn't know how long it was going to be in the show. Like, it's like the whole song, and you never know until you're watching it or anything like that. And so it was like a really cool moment.
It's
so
amazing.
cool.
And I think it's this great way to like discover,
Oh my God.
have more people discover your music as well. Do
Yeah.
you find that a lot of people are discovering you from being in those TV, like on those soundtracks?
I see a direct correlation, like on my Spotify, like
way.
streams.
Really?
Yeah, like after the biggest spike that I saw was after Landman had How Lucky Am I on there, and it shot that song up.
Wow.
Because that song's up for probably like 5-6 years or something like that.
Wow.
Maybe even longer. No, something like that. What year is it? But I just saw that direct correlation just spike, and it's like that, something like that can change your life, and it has. But to have it in a show twice, or have different songs twice, it's a game changer.
That's so cool. Hi. I know, Pip's just making herself at home. Yeah. And like, I feel like in Australia, at the moment, like, we are slowly catching up to the US in terms of like country music listenership, but like all of these like big, like kind of like pop culture are bringing a lot of country into like mainstream pop culture, I guess.
Yes.
Yeah.
Especially in Australia. So like the Landman show has been like crazy successful over here, as well as obviously like Yellowstone. But like, we've been like watching all the stats on country music, and it's been like incredible to watch. Like, I think America sits at about like 9% of like the whole music listenership listens to country music.
That's cool.
And in Australia now it's gone from 3 to 6.5% in the last 2 years.
That's so cool.
Right?
Yeah.
And I feel like it's like just like all of these like mainstream like media and
Which I would also say your EP as well kind of
The Yeehaw sessions.
it kind of leans towards that as well, because it is bringing people that know songs that aren't necessarily country, and obviously you put your yeehaw like twist on it, and I think that's also another way that people are able to like discover the countryside of things.
Got to rope them in somehow.
Exactly.
But I also like I love like other types of music. I love pop music. I love all kinds of music and just songs in general, and I just really wanted to put out something that, like, the songs that me and my band love to sing, like Red Wine Supernova or Tulsa Time. Yeah. Those are just things that it's more for me. Like some of, I mean, all of it is really like for me to get it out there, or like it's kind of like a self-serving thing. Like I have to do this. But it feels good to hear that everyone, it's kind of pulling people in.
Yeah.
Definitely.
No, it's because like I guess our audience, because we're from the city, and we just like kind of like fell into country music like.
I'm from the city too.
Oh, okay. Like later in life, it's like not as prevalent here, unfortunately.
Yeah.
So our kind of like main goal is to like bring our country curious audience in. Yeah. And so like all of this like kind of like Western and like country entertainment is what's pulling people in, and then we're seeing like so many like girls like coming to rodeos and coming to all the country music festivals. It's just like awesome to see. Like we're just but then the Tulsa Time, that was also a huge viral moment, obviously with the dance.
I keep hearing that, and y'all have said that you're like the third person that said that it's like huge over here, and it's kind of I guess that's not I didn't realize that. Yeah,
it was huge over here.
It's hard to process things like that, or like know what like is how far it's reaching, because it's all I see is just like on my phone. But it's cool to hear that it's like spread outside of like my phone.
Yeah, it was huge. And then didn't Lainey get them up?
Did what?
Lainey got the girls who did the original dance. On stage and did it.
That was the first night that we were out with Lainey.
Oh, wow. Okay, it's been that long.
Yeah.
So you've been on the road
like
for
August.
A while.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We did a full like month with her back in August, and then just kept touring, but and then back with her this month.
Amazing.
Yeah.
And you're also going on tour with Ella Langley, is that right? You just with all the powerhouse
With the
females.
girls.
I
Just
love
powerhouse
it.
females on
Yeah.
powerhouse females.
I'm obsessed with her.
Oh,
She's so cool.
I think you and every other person in Australia and probably the whole world.
I think I'm an Ella fella. Have y'all heard that? I think I'm one.
How did the Ella tour come about?
She and I are just pals. I mean, she's just someone who has like she's invited me to her like album release party, the first one, and I'm like, how does she even know who I am like at all? But she's just always been super sweet. But like her mom was obsessed with my album and came up to me and she was like, Ella was like, you need to talk to my mom. She I guess did like musical theater or something, and so she was like, I think it was cool to hear her like. Whenever someone has seen Oklahoma and knows like the correlations and can understand the full like what I did there, it felt really good. And to have it be Ella's mom, she was just like, no, you nailed it. Like all these different songs, she was like pointing out different things that I like took the time to do details and stuff. And like, you don't know if it's going to hit with other people or make sense, but it makes sense to me. But she was like, no, you nailed it. Like it was perfect. And but she and I have just been good friends since then, and she asked me to play at the Ryman with her this last year, and she and I have just been good pals. And then she did the TikTok that like literally changed my life. So
Wow,
I love her.
That's
Love
so
her for
cool.
that.
Talk us through like the little details like that have like from musical theatre like brought into your country music performances and music career.
I feel since I was a kid, I've been doing it, and it wasn't until like 2020 that I was like thinking about why haven't I pulled in this thing that made me into my music now. And it was really just rewatching Oklahoma the musical in 2020 because we didn't have anything else to do but watch movies, and my husband hadn't seen any musicals or anything like that growing up, and I was like, look who has the remote. It's me. And watched that, and I was like, what if I made, and I was probably like huffing bleach at the same time whenever I was thinking this because we were bleaching our groceries at the time.
What?
Did y'all do that during COVID?
No.
We lost our minds in the States.
You said
We
bleaching
were
your groceries?
bleaching our groceries.
Like the packets?
Like we
Like
would.
I hope like not like bananas or...
No, not like an apple. Like we were scared that like like we didn't know about the germs and how bad it would spread, and so like we were like. We had a station. We would come in and we wouldn't let the bags touch anything. We wouldn't let the boxes touch the countertop. Like, and we had a full sterilization. It's so embarrassing, like truly. But like, we would wipe down all the boxes and stuff because we didn't know if it would spread.
If it was gonna pass it. Wow.
Yeah. So I think I was like on some bleach or something. But I was like, I want to recreate Oklahoma the musical and like make it into country music, or like see what those songs what songs would sound like today. And in country, and it felt like crazy to think about that at the time, but I was like, okay, if I'm gonna do it, I have to do it really good, and the visuals have to be awesome. But I feel like musical theater, I was like, why haven't I done this before? Like that's something that's made me with the costuming and the drama and the humor that musical theater has. Like all of those things like have truly made me, and especially like even the way that I sing, like I belt, like that is like such a musical theater like thing inside of me, and yeah, it's just totally like built who I am. So I wanted to pull those inspos into the album.
That's so cool.
Amazing. And you talk about your husband. I would say one of the powerhouse couples in country music. How does that go when you like write songs together? You've done quite a couple songs together and performed.
And touring as well.
We've toured a little bit. We kind of go off and on. Like we'll do like a couple. We did Red Rocks last year, and I think that was the only show that we did together last year. But it was just kind of, we try to like use those moments sparingly and kind of have a degree of separation at the same time too. Yes. But yeah, we don't even write together. Whenever we're home, like we've written a couple songs together. He's put out a couple, but like we really spend a lot of our time like whenever we're home, like off the clock, not working. And like whenever, like as an artist, whenever you go in like to a songwrite, the songwriters that you bring in are like trying to get a cut, so they're like really trying to figure out what you want to say, and you kind of have the final say as the artist. When you have he and I'm like, no, this is the correct line, obviously, and he will have the opposite opinion, and I'm like, well, that you can have your version and you're wrong, but that's fine. And you know, we've written a few songs where he has his own version and I have another verse that I'm like, this is the correct verse actually.
That could so be a project, 2
Yeah.
EPs or something
Yeah.
like that, and you like pick which one.
Yeah.
An EP off.
Yeah. There was one song that he was trying to finish or help me write, and he wrote this whole verse, and I was like, that's not it. And he used the section that he wrote for a song that he just put out called Never Coming Back. And so I was like, we've written together,
Yeah.
kind of.
That's so funny. Should we end with a bit of Aussie slang?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
We're going to test you on your Aussie slang.
Okay.
So has anyone actually given you any of the Aussie slang that we have?
I don't know if I can say this, but like
You can say whatever you
you're a
want.
good cunt. That's one.
Or you can say good day, cunt.
You're a good cunt.
It's so good.
I am a good cunt.
Okay, what about what else can we do? Do you know what Chuck a Yui means?
Wait. Is it like take a day off?
No.
Wait, chuck a
Oh, that's chuck a sickie.
chuck a
Chuck a
sickie.
sickie.
Chuck
Yes.
a sickie. I heard
There
that
we
one.
go.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Chuck a Yui, that
What's
means.
chuck a yui?
Like a U-turn.
Oh yeah.
Like a,
Yeah,
like
yeah,
a
yeah.
chuck a Yui.
What about how's your good day?
Good day. I don't know.
That was
Do
good.
you know what a stubby holder is?
A what?
A stubby holder.
Stubby holder. Nope.
You drink with it. It's like
Like a koozie?
It's a
Yeah.
koozie.
Yeah.
Yeah. You got it. Yeah, we've had some pretty interesting explanations of what they think the
stubby holder.
for a stubby
I'm
holder.
just like thinking of like holding a man with a beard's face. That's a stubby holder. That's it.
You can get a stubby holder with that on it.
Yeah. What about has anyone said bottle-o to you before?
Bottle-o?
Bottle-o.
No.
It's like what's it called? Liquor store.
Mm-mm.
Yeah.
No.
Bottle-os, and we have like drive-through ones. I don't know if you
we
have them.
yeah, we do.
Yeah. We
Yeah.
have the drive-through ones.
Super safe.
The
Yeah.
drive-through ones that they've got over there are just service stations.
So because you guys
You just
have
buy it at the gas station.
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
gas
because we're not
station.
allowed to do that. We can only buy our alcohol at grocery stores.
Y'all are very complicated over here. Y'all are depriving my men of nicotine. They are fiending. They are dying.
What do you mean?
think
You can still get it over here. What are they looking for?
It doesn't. I think they're looking for Zins. I know
Oh,
that.
yeah,
I know one of
They don't-
Flatlands crew paid like $100 for cigarettes the other day.
Oh yeah, you got to buy the right ones. No, but you can they have them over the counter. They just don't advertise them.
What?
I can say this, right? Yeah. They just like have them like legally.
What?
So you just like they advertise the cigarettes, but then they don't advertise. They also
Yeah.
have
Like
vapes
Zins?
and Zins. Yeah.
Yeah, no, they've been vaping and they're like, we're vapors now, I guess. And they hate it. And I hate it.
Yeah, I'm not personally a vapor, but yeah, apparently you have to go to like the actual like cigarette stores.
Yeah.
Like,
Or like
you can't
the
just like go to a
dodgy,
convenience store.
like,
Yeah.
convenience stores.
Yeah, so, someone that looks like kind of dodgy, and then just be like a vape.
We've got to get them something. They're
Is anyone
deprived.
vapors? Anyone vapors over there? No.
No.
Okay. Well, but you can still get them in Australia, so they don't need to be deprived.
I mean, you would think that they like have not had food in 2 weeks. Like they are just like we're really struggling. I'm like, what is wrong? Y'all are addicted. It's crazy.
It's a good detox.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, y'all don't have weed here either at all.
I mean,
I know that there is some somewhere, but that's another thing. They're like, my guitar player said, I haven't not smoked for a week since I was 16 years old. He was like, this is the longest I've ever gone without smoking weed ever in my life.
It's
we'll
crazy.
meet you at the back entry tonight, and we'll give you a gift.
Oh my gosh, I would
It's
be
gonna
so
be
happy.
a great show.
I'll be very happy.
Have your band been with you the whole time? Like
Yeah.
since okay,
Yeah.
so you've got like a pretty good relationship with them.
Oh yes,
Yeah.
we love each other. They're like my little brothers, and yeah, I love them a lot.
Well, that's very cute.
Yeah.
So what's next for you, Kaitlin?
Where are we going next? I don't even know.
An
Oh, yeah.
album. Yeah, I was
That-
thinking music wise.
Music wise,
Yeah.
what's tomorrow? No, music wise,
Tuesday.
I've been writing. Right before I left, I wrote for like 2 weeks. Like was doing like 2 a days. And and just writing a whole bunch of songs and hopefully recording in the next couple months
Amazing.
and releasing something by the end of the year.
Very exciting.
Yeah, if it's good. We'll see.
I'm sure it will be. For sure.
It's very country.
Yeah, well, I'm excited to hear.
Very
it.
excited.
I'm very, very excited.
Me too.
So, Kaitlin, thank you so much for coming on Ladies Love Country. It was really great chatting with you.
Thank
and we're
you.
so excited to come and see you tonight.
Yeah.
Yes, thank you.
Yay.
That's a wrap on this week's episode of Ladies Love Country.
If you laughed, learned something, or just love a bit of chaos, give us a follow, leave us a review.
You'll find us on Instagram and TikTok at Ladies Love Country for extra gossip and behind the scenes cowboy grade nonsense.
Until next time, keep your boots on.
And your playlist loud.
Yeah.